welcome to Hope Daily Devotions. We're in Psalm 37 again this morning. We're going to pick up from verse 12, and I'm going to read to the end actually. So let's look at it together. The wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them, but the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows their day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend the bow to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose ways are upright. But their swords will pierce their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. Better the little that the righteous have than the wealth of many wicked. For the power of the wicked will be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. The blameless spend their days under the Lord's care, and their inheritance will endure forever. In times of disaster they will not wither. In days of famine they will enjoy plenty, but the wicked will perish. For the Lord's enemies are like the flowers of the field. They will be consumed. They will go up in smoke. The wicked borrow and do not repay, but the righteous give generously. Those the Lord blesses will inherit the land, but those he curses will be destroyed. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. I was young, and now I am old, yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken, or their children begging bread. They are always generous and lend freely. Their children will be a blessing. Turn from evil and do good. Then you will dwell in the land forever, for the Lord loves the just, and will not forsake his faithful ones. Wrongdoers will be completely destroyed. The offspring of the wicked will perish. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. The mouths of the righteous utter wisdom, and their tongues speak what is just. The law of their God is in their hearts, their feet do not slip. The wicked lie in wait for the righteous, intent on putting them to death. But the Lord will not leave them in the power of the wicked, or let them be condemned when brought to trial. Hope in the Lord and keep his way. He will exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are destroyed, you will see it. I've seen a wicked and ruthless man flourishing like a luxuriant native tree, but he soon passed away and was no more. Though I looked for him, he could not be found. Consider the blameless. Observe the upright. A future awaits those who seek peace, but all sinners will be destroyed. There will be no future for the wicked. The salvation of the righteous comes from the Lord. He is their stronghold in times of trouble. The Lord helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them because they take refuge in him. Well, we saw this contrast between the righteous and the wicked in the first part of this psalm, and it's a contrast that's been played out from the beginning of the book of Psalms. From Psalm 1 and 2, actually, this psalm goes back there again and again, contrasting the wicked and the righteous, the one who follows the ways of the Lord and meditates on his word, to the one who doesn't, to the one who is selfless and giving of themselves. As verse 21 puts it, the righteous gives generously, to the one who is selfish and constantly taking for himself. Verse 21 again, the wicked borrow and do not repay. And actually, as Jesus has already taken us there, as we saw in Matthew's Gospel yesterday, God ups the ante here, and the wicked are actually against the righteous. Verse 12, the wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them. Verse 32, the wicked lie in wait for the righteous, intent on putting them to death. And so it's got vicious. And again it's played out as if in this moment, in this lifetime, it looks like the wicked are doing so well. They're in the places of power, in the places of wealth. They've got their 15 minutes of fame. And yet, as you go through this psalm, well, the righteous are the ones that prosper. The ones who get to enjoy not 15 minutes of fame, but an eternity in a new creation. They get to enjoy eternity in glory. billions of gazillions of millions of years of glory with God. You see, verse 12, the wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them, but the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows their day is coming. Reminds us of Psalm 2. They're arrayed against the righteous people. In Psalm 2, they were arrayed against God himself, and God just laughs at them because he sees their end. They're full of pride, they're full of power, they're full of self-worth and prosperity. And the Lord just laughs at them because he knows that they will be broken, he knows that they will be destroyed. Whereas the righteous, who look broken, who look destroyed now, who have little, he says in this psalm, well, they're the ones who hope in the Lord. Verse 34, hope in the Lord and keep his way. He will exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are destroyed, you will see it. The righteous are not putting the trust in themselves, in gaining and grasping things for themselves. No, their hope is in the Lord. Their hope is in the inheritance that is ahead of them, in that beautiful, glorious land, in this glorious world that has been recreated, that is ahead of us, that is our inheritance, that is physical and glorious and joyful. Our hope is there. Sets us free to be able to give now rather than constantly be taking. Verse 37, consider the blameless, observe the upright. A future awaits those who seek peace. But all sinners will be destroyed. There will be no future for the wicked. The salvation of the righteous comes from the Lord. He is their stronghold in times of trouble. The Lord helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them because they take refuge in him. You see, the Lord is on the side of the righteous. And it's not that they've been good enough. No, it's because they've taken refuge in him. It's because their hope is in the Lord. It's what we were called to in Psalm 2, that we would take refuge in God's Son, his King, our eternal King, Christ. And here we are called to be those that go God's way, that though it might look hard now, and we struggle, and yet we have a helper who is God as we struggle through it all, as it feels broken, as we feel oppressed, and it hurts now. Well, we're called to take refuge in the Lord because he will give us this glorious inheritance. To not be like the unrighteous who will be destroyed, the wicked, but to follow Christ, to take refuge in him, the righteous one, and get to inherit the land for all eternity. It is so much better, God says. Out of those two, which would you choose? Surely, he says, surely choose putting your refuge in me. It is so much better. Let me pray. Father, would we be those who take refuge in you, who hope in the Lord and not in the things of this world, but hope in the inheritance we will receive, be given from you when Christ returns. Oh, Father, with our hearts and our minds and our delight be there, delight in the longing to see you face to face. Oh, Father, would we grasp what it will be like there just a little more, that we grasp the physicality, that we grasp the glory, that we grasp the eternity of it all, that the things that the wicked have now would look like nothing in comparison, and we would keep putting our hope in the Lord. In your Son's name. Amen. Have a great day, everyone.